What's going on, YouTube? All right, let's say that we were bullies, and because we bullied other people around, we were able to rise to a certain um, level of power. Okay, so let's say we knocked down somebody, another person, and we took from them and we just moved on. Um, should we then look back and try to help that person? Keep in mind, we have that bully complex. We have that bully mind frame where we're just trying to, take the whole world and put it in a headlock. Realistically, would we then turn around and, try to help out that group that we just took from? No, not really. So if you're that group who got bullied or knocked down, what are you going to do? Right? You're either A, going to get yourself up, or B, ask the bully to pick you up. Like, really, that's pretty much all you can do. You really can't ask anybody else because they also got bullied themselves and they don't really care. They're just trying to worry about themselves. So the most logical decision is to pick yourself up, right? But if you ask for help, what's going to happen? The bully's not going to do anything. There's no incentive for him to pick you up and come back and help you out. It doesn't make any sense in terms of his mind frame and what he's trying to accomplish. But what happens when you decide to pick yourselves up? What's going to happen, right? If you say, forget this, I know who pushed me down, but I'm going to pick myself up. What's going to happen? That bully's going to turn his back and look around and start to realize, uh-oh, if that guy gets up, he's going to remember what I did to him. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try to make a peace offering. I'm going to try to somehow lessen the upcoming storm. I may give him a handout, may give him something that I took from him, or, give him a band-aid to, cover up some of his cuts and bruises. But I'm going to make some sort of an attempt, because if he starts to get up, right, and get back on his feet and gain some power, there's going to be issues. But that's only if he decides to pick himself up. If he decides to wait on me, hey, I'm all good. Right? I have no incentive of helping him. Right? And that's kind of the framework I have when I'm thinking about just blacks in America. Right? Our whole mentality in terms of getting better is all predicated on whites acting first. All the leaders, everything is based off of the government. It's based off of some sort of agency that's controlled by dominant whites. Not whites, I'm talking about the whites in power. So not your average Joe Schmo. I'm talking about the people in power. Right? They don't have any incentive for helping us out. Right? Because we're coming at them first. Right? There's no benefit. Right? In their mind, it's like, well, if we hold the cards, we're fine. If you're only going to get better unless I move, I'm sitting pretty. I don't have to do anything. Right? Your failure or your success is based on my hands, great. But the second we realize that, we can pick ourselves up, right? We may not get back to a position that we think we need to be at, but just the process of us finally realizing that we're going to have to do it ourselves, I almost guarantee there's going to be a shift in terms of the real attention that the black community needs. Because all this shit that we have now is all pseudo. All this, what does the black vote mean? How do we get the black vote? What is Black America thing? That's all bullshit. We don't have any real power. But the second we realize, we have to do things on our own, what's going to happen? Then the dominant side is going to realize, if this group gets it together, they may realize what happened to them. So I better extend a peace offering. I better try to somehow work with this group so that when they get to a full power or a decent power where they can actually strike, I'm not going to be on their bad list. Hopefully I can be on their good side. That's how I view the relationship with Asian America and white America. Right? Asian America, they've had a pretty troubled experience in terms of their own American experience, from the time they came over here and all the stuff that they had to endure and go through. But what happened? What did they do? They said, we're going to pick ourselves up, right? So what happens? White America's like, let me partner with you guys. Let's have a good relationship, because we know you guys have power. We know you have economic power. we know you guys have strength in numbers, so let me work with you guys. I don't want to be in a position where we can't freely exchange ideas. And that's the relationship that they have, and that's what other groups strive to do, because they said we're going to do it on our own. I understand what happened with slavery, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it other than pick yourself up. Literally, there's nothing you can do. If somebody can tell me, please let me know, but there's nothing you can do, right? Other than pick yourself up, because any other alternative is based off of somebody else acting first. And why would they act if it's not in their own best interest? It's not going to happen. So why am I doing this video? Well, I know there are people out there who are involved in politics, who are involved in various black-centered movements, around the country. I know I'm part of some, and I think that's the framework that we all need to have. Right? I don't really see the benefit of a action type, results oriented type organization that strives to get white America to change. I feel like those organizations would be more effective if we focus on trying to get the black community up. It's not going to be easy, right? Of course, it's going to be, I don't even know how hard it's going to be, really, if you really sit down. But the whole idea of getting white America to act first is almost, laughable. It's not going to happen. I'd rather see you chill at home and not do anything than go beg a group who knows, I hold all the cards. Right? I'd rather have you chill, not even give a fuck about what's going on. So that's what I want to do. Just give people that framework, that understanding, that asking other people for help is not going to work unless we start ourselves. Because once we start to build ourselves up, then our relationships with other groups are going to be better. Trust me. Because if we start to rise in power, what's going to happen? People are going to be like, uh-oh, the black community is on the rise. I'd rather be with them than against them. I'd rather be partners, right, than enemies. I'd rather work with them to see what we can do, just because, they hold cards in their hands that, I may not have. They may have something that I don't have. So it's that mutual respect. And that's what's going to happen when we start to focus on uplifting the black community first, then seeing what other groups have to offer us. So, tell me how you feel. Take it easy. God bless.